lot of Americans wonder why people outside of America pay attention to their politics. Well, this is one of their reasons. Trump cuts aid to South Africa over racial discrimination against Afrikaners. Now, if you don't know, Afrikaners are basically white South Africans, usually who can speak Afrikaans, a Dutch language, but usually just generally means a white person. US President also offers asylum to Afrikaners and criticizes law that allows land seizures without compensation in some circumstances. Now, I hope it's not lost on a lot of us that at a time that they're saying there's way too many immigrants and that they need to be removed in America, even removing, I even heard this from an article, some legal or people who've been in America for years, while at the same time saying that they're going to bring white refugees, which I don't know what they're refugees from South Africa, is, you know, it's telling. But it's matching exactly everything that I've been watching for years on the internet that racists wanted to happen in America. But maybe that's just a coincidence. What about the fact that Elon Musk now is apparently in love with Tommy Robinson, another known racist who has a problem with other people from the world, especially Africa and the Middle East, moving into his country, and the fact that he had a group that he had to migrate from because they became too extreme on that front. I find it funny that Elon Musk could easily dig up the hypocrisies of a rapper, but then he could not find the rhetoric spewed by this man. And also, there are a lot of people in America who are now regretting the decision of voting for this guy because they're having their family members snatched.
Used. Press conference in Doral Monday, Venezuelan Americans denounced the Trump administration and South Florida Republicans.
More than betrayed, beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people.
They turned off the cameras, excuse my language, and then they took my wife.
This man who wished not to be identified says his wife is from Venezuela and has lived in the United States for a few years. She was one of 3 people taken from this home. I'm told the 2 others were men who worked in construction. You see them here. This video, only 1 minute and 52 seconds long, we do not see his wife being removed from the home. But this is a picture of her that he keeps in his wallet. Her name is Vianis Ramirez, and he says she was in the process of becoming a United States citizen.
She already had a court date. She was good. Everything's good. He just came and they snatched her.
These are pictures from the Department of Homeland Security detaining other undocumented men and women in Broward County.
It's despicable what they're doing right now. It's very embarrassing.
Though some people are finding this very embarrassing now, it's pretty obvious that this was the intention the whole time. Leading up to the election and during the election, the entire time there was investigations on whether or not Kamala Harris was Indian or black, which is weird. And the whole time they spent, if you go to YouTube, they've got millions and millions of views, and even the president speculated on this himself. What does this tell you about what is important to these people?
The Congo has just released a lot of people from jail. Congo, Africa, just released a lot of people from their prisons and jails and brought them into the United States of America. This is what's happening to our country.
Now, I'll be honest, though I do pay attention to politics, I don't really pay attention to refugees and stuff like that because I live in South Africa and almost nobody in South Africa deserves to be a refugee. But there's a whole bunch of people in Africa. I mean, Sudan is a good one, who deserve to be refugees. And it's weird that South African whites are being prioritized by Donald Trump. You know, it almost makes sense if you look at it in a specific way. And then, of course, there's the talk about the reversing of civil rights. Why? Why is that happening? One after the other, it seems pretty obvious what's happening. But, you know, maybe I'm just delusional.